Now we're ready to finish the book we started in Starbook Volume 1. In this video, we'll be working on stitching the signatures together, adding the other two layers, and showing you how everything's attached. Here are all the pieces we created in the first Starbook video. We're going to start with a gray base layer. These bull clips are great to hold all 7 signatures together so that they won't shift while holes are punched to make sewing easier. The 7 signatures will be sewn together, stacked one on top of the other. If you want even signatures at the end of the project, be sure your holes are all lined up as you sew. You can use a craft needle or any other tool you're comfortable with for this step. I like to use floss threaders. They're disposable and they work with any size fiber. No matter what you use, glue the end of the fiber back to itself after threading it through the tool. This makes the signature binding much easier. Sew each of the 7 signatures to the one below it until they are all bound together. Most of the fiber will be inside each signature. Here is how it will look when you're all finished. The first and the last signatures will look different than the 5 in between. You can glue and cut the extra fiber or leave it as I often do. You can attach charms or beads or just let it go. Any way you decide to do it is a creative choice. The spine of your book is another great place for creativity. You can add beads or weaving, or you can just leave it plain. The next step is to add the 2 inner layers. Attach the middle and the front layers to each other at the outside edge of both sides. Be sure that the sides are flush with each other. I'm using brads for this little book. Here we are, flush edges, a brad in each corner, and you don't have to worry about what the back of these 2 pieces are going to look like. Nobody will ever see them. Now glue the front edge of each base signature to the one next to it. Remember, only glue the front edge. I know all those pages might seem a little confusing, but once you have those front edges together, you will have 7 signatures. You only want the signatures attached at the spine and at the very front edge. Now place one of the middle front layer units inside each signature, and again, only glue the front edge and make sure that they are flush. There you go. Now it's starting to look like a Starbook. There are a lot of ways to attach that front edge. In Wren's Perfect Day, I tied them together with ribbons strung through eyelets. Or you can leave the front plain, as I have on the Book of Dogs. Again, these are creative choices. Now we'll glue in the other elements. At this point, the choices are all yours. You can add eyelets, you can add ribbon, you can add stickers, you can add more rubber stamped images. You can add a cover, you can decorate the front and the back, you can add ribbons to tie the book shut. Now the fun part of this book is ready to explore.